The air stings, your lungs burn. The sun, a malevolent eye, bakes the cracked earth. Dust devils dance across the barren landscape, mocking remnants of a world lost. Climate change, once a distant threat, has tightened its grip on humanity. Cities choke on smog, crops wither and die. Water, once plentiful, is now more precious than gold. This is the world on the brink. Then a whisper on the wind, a promise, salvation from the dying light, biodome cities, shining beacons of technology rising from the ashes of the old world. Inside their shimmering walls, a utopian dream. Lush forests teeming with life, crystal clear rivers reflecting azure skies. The air clean and sweet, no more famine, no more drought, no more disease. A controlled paradise where technology shields its citizens from the harsh realities outside. Hope, once lost, begins to flicker once more. But every paradise has a price, every utopia, a shadow. For within the biodome's controlled environment, control is everything. Every breath, every bite, every thought meticulously monitored. The whispers grow louder. Rumors of dissent, of rebellion swiftly silenced. The true cost, the surrender of your freedom, your individuality, your very soul. Step into the biodome, weary traveller. Leave behind the scorching winds and barren lands. Here, within these shimmering walls, a new world awaits. A world free from the chaos that reigns outside. Breathe easy. The air is pure, filtered and revitalized. No need for gas masks here. Fresh genetically engineered fruits and vegetables, grown in perfectly controlled hydroponic farms. No more hunger pangs, no more rationing. Sickness is a relic of the past. State-of-the-art medical facilities stand ready to address your every ailment. This is the sanitized truth, carefully crafted and meticulously presented. But beneath the veneer of perfection, a seed of unease takes root. Life within the dome is one of orchestrated harmony. Days are filled with purpose, with tasks assigned for the collective good. Work, rest and recreation are carefully balanced, ensuring maximum productivity and minimal disruption. This is a society running on oiled gears, each cog perfectly in place. Social interaction is encouraged, but within carefully defined parameters. Form friendships, build connections, but always remember the importance of unity, of conformity, of the collective. The fire of ambition dwindles to embers under the suffocating blanket of manufactured contentment. Deep within the recesses of their minds, the citizens of the biodome experience a strange phenomenon. Flashes of something unfamiliar, something primal. A yearning for something more than the sterile perfection that surrounds them. These are the echoes of their ancestors, whispers of a world they never knew. They try to silence these echoes, to bury them under the weight of their manufactured reality. But the truth has a way of seeping through the cracks. The whispers grow louder, more insistent. Questions arise. The control, once absolute, begins to waver. The fight for freedom, for individuality, for the right to carve their own destiny, is about to begin. The biodome is a cage gilded in comfort. A velvet prison where every need is met, but at a cost. Freedom, once a birthright, is now a carefully rationed commodity. Every aspect of life is monitored, analysed and optimised. Your schedule is not your own. Work assignments are delivered via subcutaneous implants. The air you breathe is filtered, recycled and laced with mood-altering pheromones. You smile because you are programmed to smile. This is the insidious nature of the velvet cage. Your digital footprint is your shackle. Every interaction, every thought, every whispered desire is meticulously tracked and analysed. The algorithms know you better than you know yourself. They anticipate your needs, predict your desires, and gently nudge you back on course should you stray from the designated path. Social media, once a platform for connection, is now a tool for control. Your feed is a carefully curated echo chamber, reinforcing the narratives of the state and silencing dissenting voices. Truth is a fluid concept, molded and shaped to fit the agenda of those in power. The digital chains bind you not with iron or steel, but with invisible threads of data. They are the ultimate instruments of control, subtle, pervasive, and inescapable. The biodome offers a plethora of choices, but only within the confines of the approved paradigm. Want to explore your creativity? Choose from a pre-approved list of hobbies. Feeling adventurous? Embark on a virtual reality excursion. The real world, with all its messiness and unpredictability, is best experienced through the filter of carefully curated simulations. Desire a life partner? Consult the biomatching algorithm. This is the cruel irony of the biodome. You're free to choose as long as your choices align with the dictates of the system. Despite the pervasive surveillance and relentless propaganda, the human spirit endures. In the hushed tones of clandestine meetings and the encrypted messages flashed across secure channels, a resistance is brewing, a flickering ember of defiance in the face of overwhelming control. They remember the world before. The taste of fresh air, the feel of sun on skin, the exhilarating chaos of a life lived on their own terms. They whisper stories of the past, seeds of rebellion sown in the fertile ground of discontent. Their numbers are small, their resources limited. But they are united by a common goal, to reclaim their stolen humanity. Look up. Marvel at the cerulean expanse, a perfect dome of azure stretching from horizon to horizon. Clouds drift lazily by, casting playful shadows on the manicured lawns below. A gentle breeze whispers through the synthetic foliage, carrying with it the scent of freshly cut grass and blooming flora. But something is amiss. This sky, this idyllic panorama, is nothing more than a high-resolution projection. The sun, a radiant orb hanging low in the sky, is a meticulously calibrated light source. As dusk settles and the artificial sun dips below the horizon, a kaleidoscope of colors paints the sky. Stars, twinkling like celestial fireflies, emerge in the manufactured night. The sky, once a symbol of freedom and limitless possibility, is now a screen upon which the architects of the biodome project their carefully constructed reality. Step into the biodome's meticulously crafted ecosystem, a symphony of manufactured nature designed to soothe the soul and lull you into a false sense of security. Lush forests, teeming with genetically modified flora and fauna, stretch as far as the eye can see. Crystal clear rivers, their currents carefully controlled, meander through the verdant landscape. The air is thick with the scent of exotic blooms, their colours impossibly vibrant. Birdsong fills the air, but these are not the wild, untamed melodies of nature. The animals that roam these manufactured wilds are docile, genetically engineered to coexist peacefully with their human counterparts. This is the engineered Eden of the biodome, a pale imitation of the natural world it seeks to replace. A creeping unease permeates this artificial paradise. Something is not quite right. The smiles of your fellow citizens seem a little too wide, their laughter a touch too high-pitched. Their movements are fluid, graceful even, but there is a subtle rigidity, a lack of spontaneity that betrays their carefully programmed existence. Your dreams are haunted by flashes of a world you've never known, visions of vast, untamed landscapes of skies filled with stars, not pixels. This is the uncanny valley, the unsettling feeling of being surrounded by something that is almost but not quite human. The longer you exist within this hermetically sealed paradise, the more you begin to notice the cracks in the facade. The air, though meticulously filtered, carries a faint metallic tang, a subtle reminder of the artificiality of your environment. You see it in the faces of your fellow citizens too. The carefully cultivated smiles falter. The eyes, once bright with manufactured contentment, now flicker with doubt, fear, and a growing resentment. The whispers of dissent grow louder, more frequent, impossible to ignore. The biodome, designed to protect its inhabitants from the harsh realities of the outside world, has become a breeding ground for something far more insidious. The seeds of rebellion, once sown, will inevitably take root. Within the biodome, health is not a right, it's a mandate. Every citizen is required to submit to regular injections, a cocktail of engineered viruses and nanobots, all in the name of safeguarding the collective well-being. The needle, once a symbol of fear and pain, is now presented as a beacon of hope, a symbol of the biodome's unwavering commitment to the health and longevity of its citizens. The elixir of life, they call it. A miracle of modern science designed to eliminate disease, enhance cognitive function, and extend lifespan. And indeed, the citizens of the biodome are remarkably healthy. Their skin is clear, their eyes bright, their bodies free from the ravages of age and illness. But this state of perpetual well-being comes at a cost. The injections, you see, are not optional. Refusal is met with swift and brutal efficiency. Your social credit score plummets, access to resources is restricted, and in extreme cases you are deemed a threat to the collective well-being and permanently removed from the gene pool. The promise of health and longevity, it turns out, is a gilded cage, a means of ensuring compliance through chemical dependence and the ever-present threat of punishment. Section 2. Engineered outbreaks. Unbeknownst to the biodome's inhabitants, the very diseases they are being injected against are being engineered in secret laboratories deep beneath the earth. Here, in the bowels of the dome, scientists in hazmat suits toil tirelessly, manipulating viral strains, splicing genes, and creating new, more potent pathogens. These engineered outbreaks, released with calculated precision, serve a dual purpose. First, they reinforce the necessity of the injections, keeping the population in a perpetual state of fear and dependence. Second, and perhaps more sinisterly, they provide the perfect testing ground for new and improved versions of the elixir of life. Each outbreak, meticulously planned and orchestrated, is an opportunity to gather data, to refine the formula, to further tighten the grip of control. The citizens of the biodome are nothing more than lab rats, their lives and bodies expendable in the pursuit of scientific advancement and, ultimately, profit. The biodome, sold as a sanctuary from the chaos of the outside world, has become a macabre experiment in population control, a petri dish for the worst impulses of mankind. Section 3. The human petri dish. The citizens of the biodome are not aware of their role in this grand experiment. They go about their carefully orchestrated lives, blissfully ignorant of the manipulations taking place beneath the surface. They trust their leaders, their scientists, their doctors, unaware that these figures of authority are nothing more than pawns in a much larger game. But there are those who are beginning to suspect the truth, those who notice the subtle changes in their bodies after each injection, those who experience strange dreams, flashes of memories from a life they never lived, whispers of a world beyond the dome's artificial confines. These individuals, these outliers, are deemed a threat to the stability of the biodome. Their concerns are dismissed as paranoia, their questions met with silence, or worse, swift and brutal retribution. The truth, like a virus, must be contained at all costs. The human spirit, however, is a resilient thing. The more the architects of the biodome try to suppress the truth, the stronger the resistance becomes. The seeds of doubt once sown will inevitably take root, and the human petri dish may soon become a breeding ground for something far more dangerous than any engineered virus. Rebellion. Section 4. Evolution or extinction. The biodome, designed to be a bastion of human survival in the face of climate catastrophe, has become a perverse experiment in artificial selection. The very forces that drove humanity to seek refuge within its artificial confines, greed, ambition, the relentless pursuit of progress at all costs, are now threatening to destroy it from within. The citizens of the biodome are faced with a stark choice: continue down the path of engineered evolution, surrendering their freedom and autonomy in exchange for the illusion of safety and security, or break free from their artificial paradise and face the unknown dangers of the outside world. The path ahead is fraught with peril. The outside world is a hostile, unforgiving place. But it is also a world where the human spirit, in all its messy, unpredictable glory, can truly flourish. The choice is theirs: evolve or become extinct, slaves to their own creation or masters of their own destiny. Section 1. The biodome's silent scream. The biodome stands as a monument to mankind's hubris, a gleaming testament to our unyielding desire to control, to dominate, to bend the very fabric of existence to our will. Yet, for all its technological marvels and manufactured serenity, it cannot silence the primal scream of the human spirit, a scream that echoes through the sterile corridors and reverberates off the artificial sky. The yearning for freedom, for authenticity, for a life lived on our own terms is not so easily extinguished. Within the biodome's carefully calibrated ecosystem, a different kind of evolution is taking place. Not a physical evolution, but a spiritual one. The seeds of doubt, of rebellion, of a yearning for something more than the sterile perfection of their manufactured existence have taken root. They may be silenced, they may be suppressed, but they will not be eradicated. For the human spirit, like a virus, adapts and mutates, finding new and ingenious ways to survive, to resist, to ultimately break free from its confines. The biodome, designed to be a sanctuary, a beacon of hope in a dying world, stands as a stark warning. A reminder that the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and that even in the face of extinction, the greatest threat to humanity may very well be ourselves. The Biodome's silent scream is a call to action, a desperate plea for us to choose a different path. A path that embraces the wild, unpredictable beauty of the natural world. A path that honours the sanctity of our shared humanity. A path that leads not to a sterile, manufactured utopia, but to a future where we can truly thrive, not just survive.